Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that this message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. If this reading does not resonate with you, click off. That means it's not for you. This is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. Please check out my other videos if you know what your placements are. Cross watchers, you are most definitely welcome. This is a Capricorn reading, and I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. You know, first and foremost, everything that's going on around the world with the rioting. First, I want to say Eric Garner, Michael Brown. I want to say Tamir Rice. I want to say Walter Scott, Alton Sterling, Philandro Castile, Stephen Clark, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. Let's not forget Dante Wright, Sandra Bland. Let's not forget, with all the rioting and people are asking questions, why isn't there so much involvement from the people from my community, and then from the people from my community that are getting involved? Don't forget the names that I called out to you. Listen, I could lose some people, but I don't care, because I am me and I'm going to be me authentically. Never forget. I can go back a little further if you would like me to and call out hundreds of thousands of names. But I just gave you a taste of what you're familiar with. See, I grew up in a world with a family that were school teachers. I grew up with a family that was from the South. And I grew up with a family that taught us and educated us about the world around us. Let's not forget those names that I called. But if you want a history lesson, I can give you over hundreds of thousands of more names. This is a Capricorn reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I had an interesting day today. I went to a farm to go and snatch up some fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and but mainly I wanted strawberries, right? This is a strawberry farm, and they did have blueberries. They had blueberries. They had blackberries, but the blackberries were full of gnat bugs, and I wasn't going to bring those things into my home, even though I could have cleaned them, but I didn't want to put them in my vehicle. But I had an interesting day because I like going to this place, right? It's relaxing. And it's a farm where you could go out and pick your own peaches, your own strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. That's what I did today. And then I kept hearing about, what was going on, even where I live in Georgia. People are rioting over the deportation laws, right? And if any of you follow me, you know that I spoke about deportation and how I felt about it, right? And let me tell you, my family, we come from a mixed bloodline. Ooh, heavy. We come from a heavy mixed bloodline on both sides of my family, my mother and my father. But when you see me, all you're going to see is this. The other day I went into Dunkin' Donuts. And when I went into Dunkin' Donuts, right? Listen, I'm a coffee drinker. I need my caffeine. And I went through a drive-thru. And the young lady gave my drink to the car in front of me. And so now it was my turn to pull up to the window. And then the lady in the car, she brings the drink back and hands it to the girl, the cashier. So I said to the cashier, I know that's my drink. And she was like, why would you say that? I said, because I know it is my drink. And I don't want that drink. I would like a new drink. She was like, it's not open. What's wrong with it? I said, because the difference between you and I is I'm clean. I said, but I don't want to do this in the car. So I parked my car, go into the store. And when I go into the store, she said, we're making your drink. I said, no, you're not. You're not doing it. Not without me seeing. So I'm going to need you to wash your hands. And then I'm going to need for you to remake my drink. I said, the problem with you handing my drink to another customer is because I don't know when the last time they washed their hands. And they didn't look like they were sanitary. They look uncouth. Yucky. So a lot of times when people get coffee, sometimes people take the top off of it because workers put the top on and they don't want to drink from the top. Me. And when they hand a person the wrong drink, a lot of places don't even want you to hand them back the drink. They'll make you a new one. But I went inside the store. And the girl was angry because I wanted her to redo the drink. She couldn't understand the difference between cleanliness and a customer being right. But there was a problem. She wanted to call me the N-word, right? So I told her to do it. Say what you want to say. And she just looked at me. I said, no, say what you want to say. You have my permission to do so. Say what you want to say. And she refused to. So there was a young lady in the store, and she was working up front. And I said, you need a new job because these people are going to flip on you. They're going to dog you out, and this is not the place for you. And she looked at me and she gave me a smile, but she turned her head a little and gave me a smile. And she knew what I meant. It was time for her to go, to find a new job. You know, the color of somebody's skin is so important to some people, which is disgusting, right? It is. People hate people because of the color of their skin. I don't have the liberty of doing that. My grandson's father is Caucasian. My father's father's Caucasian, but he's from freaking Ireland. My mother's father, right here. This is his soil. He's indigenous. But it's sad how people, they judge you, they dislike you because of the color of your skin. And it's a hard pill to swallow. But thankfully, I grew up with somewhat of an understanding from my mother, the stories she told living in the South, my grandparents, the stories they told living in the South. But we was always taught to do better. We were always taught to do better. I teach my children to do better as well. And that's the problem. A lot of parents don't teach their children to do better. Some children are raised with hate. And it's a shame. This is a Capricorn reading. Before I came to this reading, I already cleansed my space. Not only did I cleanse my space, anyone who follows me, you know that I also spray myself, and that's to open up channels for me to hear, see, feel clearly so I don't make a mistake on any message. But this is a Capricorn reading for a male or for a female. I haven't used that bell in a few days, have I? But I'm calling in a certain person for this reading. Capricorns are strong people, let me tell you. Mentally and physically. Also, emotionally. Because Capricorns can control their emotions. There are a lot of signs that cannot control their emotions. Capricorn children, more importantly, when you guys were children, people felt like you had an old soul. It was almost like you've been here before. That's how people felt. But it was more so because you can control your emotions. You're hard workers. And you are the type of people that save. You save for the things that you want. Whether it be a new outfit, whether it's a new car, a home, starting up a business. You'll save for the things that's important to you because you're the type of people that don't want to ask anyone to borrow. You're not the type that will ask for help. Although there are so many people that would help you because of who you are. Your strength is unmatched. Some people say we can compare Capricorn's strength to that of a Leo, that of a Scorpio, that of a Taurus. But you're a little different. Through trying times, through hardships, you'll always have on that poker face. Even if you're worried on the inside, it won't show. Because you feel like you have to be the strength for everyone around you. Capricorns, let's get into this reading. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Capricorn. Show me exactly what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear for the sign of Capricorn. And what I just heard, Melody. Somebody's name could be Melody. However, pump the brakes. I could have heard melody, music, melody. It could have been either of the two, but that's what I heard. Melody or melody. That's what I heard. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Capricorn. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear for the sign of Capricorn. Excuse me. Capricorns, either I'm not letting them fall out or the spirit guides are not letting them fall out. I may have to change my deck. And I do believe I have to. I have to change my deck, right? This is different. This is different. I've been told to switch decks. And anybody that follows me, you know this is my go-to. This is how I enjoy starting my readings off with. But let's move forward. I changed the deck. Ooh, I'm going to come back to it. Most definitely going to come back to it. I just heard, no, you're not. I just heard, no, you're not. And it's either I'm going to be stubborn or I'm going to obey. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Capricorn. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Capricorn? What message do you have for Capricorn? A card just flipped over in my hand. And I'm going to take these two. And I should have called it because I saw Peacemaker. I knew this card was going to come out. Scrying, I did not see at all. Spirit guys, what message do you have for Capricorn? What message do you have for Capricorn? Thank you so much. We have Peacemaker. I saw this card when I was shuffling, and I should have called it out loud, but I knew this card was going to come out. It was important. But this is Peacemaker. You are being called to explore using your skills of diplomacy, your ideas of fairness and compassion to find fair solutions. Ooh, that's what I just said about Capricorns. Capricorns, they're like law and order. They want to help everyone around them. And I'm not talking about in the material aspect of things. The mental aspect of things. Not necessarily telling a person what to do, but giving the best advice that they can to inform a person's rights or wrongs. So you're being called to explore using your skills of diplomacy, your ideals of fairness and compassion to find fair solutions. There's a situation that your spirit guides are asking you to get involved with. You may have stepped back, not wanting to deal with a certain person or people. I'm going to let them handle it. I'm not getting myself involved. Why should I keep giving my advice, my opinion, because they never listen? But this time, your angels, your spiritual team, they want you to get involved in a certain situation because they know that you're going to be fair. They know that you're going to be fair. They know that when you step in, you're going to do it with compassion for both sides. You're going to act like you're the Libra who wants balance. This particular situation, the spiritual realm is saying, put your foot in it. Stick your hand in it, because we need your strength. We need your fairness. We need your compassion to find a fair solution to a situation. You may feel like this thing doesn't have anything to do with you. And you may be right to a point. But Spirit is saying it does have something to do with you. Because both sides will listen. Because both sides know that you will be fair. Both sides know that you're compassionate about whatever you say or do, whatever you bring to the table as far as this situation. They know that you'll be fair. Spirits want you to step in. We have scrying. Scrying. You know, you're being called to explore, looking into a reflective surface to tune into the messages of the spirits and the universe. Spirit wants you to get back to work, dive back in, because you're being called to explore. Spirit, they're saying, look into a reflective surface. This is scrying, a black mirror. You could scry so many different ways. You can use a metal dish and put water in it. Speak life into the water. That's scrying as well. You can use flames. You can speak to the flames. That's scrying as well. And you can look deep into the flames and you will be able to see things if that's the energy that you project. Scrying comes in so many different forms. But Spirit wants you to look into a reflective surface. You can even use a regular mirror as well to scry. There's so many different tools that you can use to scry. And they want you to tune into the messages of the spirits and the universe, because with this situation, Spirit is saying that you can remedy this, that you have the answers, but they will guide you in remedying this situation that they do want you to get involved in. Spirit wants you to scry. You may be a person that scries using a pen, a pencil, and paper, but they want you to scry in this manner by looking into a reflective surface to tune into the messages of the spirits. We have creativity. Capricorn, creativity. You're very creative, but you're being called to explore creative expression, bringing forth the healing nature of the arts. For you, Capricorn, drawing, painting. Remember, I heard the word melody or melody. You could sing. You can do poetry. You could rap. But that's art. But your creative expressions of your art are healing in nature. Spirit wants you to use those tools. And so you're being called to explore creative expressions, bringing forth the healing nature of the arts. Spirit is saying that if you're going to dive into, let's just say, poetry, your poetry is going to be healing for many. Let's just say if you are a painter, Spirit is saying that your pictures are going to be healing for many. If you draw, same thing. Your pictures are going to be healing for many. If you sing, your voice is going to be healing, or your lyrics are going to be healing. If you rap, your messages and that rap music is going to be healing. Spirit wants you to dive into your creativity, because what you have to bring to the table is going to be healing to many. We have spiritual engineer. You are called to explore using your problem-solving skills and your knowledge of spirituality, psychology, and science to bring much-needed solutions. Getting back to this situation, Spirit is saying, you are the problem solver. Listen, you may not want to be the problem solver. You may not want that job. You may have walked away from giving people advice, telling people how you feel. Spirit is saying not to do that. There's something that does need your attention. But Spirit wants you to look at both sides with your compassion, with your fairness, so that you can bring forth a resolution to this situation. At the bottom of the deck, Capricorn, psychic healing. You are being called to explore psychic and spiritual healing to help improve one's condition, no matter if you're focusing on the mind, the body, or the soul. So you could be a psychic, Capricorn, but Spirit is saying that you haven't been using your gifts. Spirit is saying you're being called to explore your psychic abilities once again, because your messages bring healing to many. Spiritual healing. You help to improve people's conditions, mentally, physically, emotionally, just as well as spiritually. So Spirit says, whatever you're focusing on, you need to focus back on your psychic healing abilities and get back to your grind. You know, open the mind again, the body and the soul. A lot of people are born with gifts, and a lot of people would rather have their gifts lie dormant, because it's not easy. It's draining. And it's a lot. But Spirit is saying that you were blessed with this gift, and they want you to use it to be a healer of the mind, to be a healer of the body, and to be a healer of the soul. The peacemaker. Capricorns, with your psychic abilities, you are the peacemaker, because in your readings, you will be fair to people. You have compassion, and you will help them find a fair resolution to whatever they're going through, whatever they're dealing with. Spirit wants you to dive back in. There's a situation that does need your attention. Spirit wants you to give your attention to this situation. You may not want to, but Spirit is saying it's necessary and that you need to, because you can be the remedy to this situation that's going on. I heard, no, you're not. And I'm going back for this one more time. Listen, I'm going back one more time. One more time. I just heard my real name with my stubborn self. That's what Spirit just said. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Capricorn, male or female. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Capricorn? Thank you. There's two messages here. This one is yours. But being that I was being stubborn in this reading, this one is mine. So let me just be fair. And I'm not a Capricorn. But being that I use the deck anyway, I'm being called to read this out loud. I want to sneak and look at it, but I have to do Capricorn. In other news, miracles really do happen, Capricorn. Expect sudden growth and positive movement in all areas in your life. These miracles will bring you much joy and happiness. Capricorn, expect sudden growth and positive movement. Changes are happening. Pay attention to the signs. This just in. I'm told this one is for me. This just in. Spirit wants you to focus on your health at this time. Ooh. Increase your daily exercise and your intake of your fruits and veggies. Ooh. This will help add vitality to your immune system and your body. Listen, let me say something. It's the truth. It's the truth. And I called in a certain spirit to help me with this reading. So I'm not going to make any comments right here. And we're going to leave it at that. At the bottom of the deck, we have breaking news, Capricorn. Spirit says, whatever it is, let it go. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be free of worry. You deserve peace of mind. You deserve all things that serve your highest good. Whatever it is, something that you've been holding on to that didn't serve you well, whether it was a family member, a co-worker, a significant other, Spirit says, let it go. Whatever transpired between the two of you, let it go. But you absolutely deserve to be happy. You deserve to be free of worry. You do deserve peace of mind. You deserve all things that serves your highest good. So there may be someone that's around you or has been around you in the recent past that your energies don't mix. They feel draining to you. It could be a family member. It could be someone that you previously dated. It could be a co-worker. Whomever this person is, they are draining to you. But Spirit says whatever the situation was, whatever the situation is, let it go. because you deserve to be free of worry. You deserve peace of mind. And you deserve all things that serve your highest good. And that you do. Miracles really do happen. Expect sudden growth and positive movement in every area of your life. These miracles will bring you much joy and happiness. Whomever this person is, whoever they are, let the situation go. You're going to have your peace. You're going to have your peace of mind. You're going to have your happily ever after. Now let's get back to my card. A recap. Spirit wants you to focus on your health. That's true. I am a sugar junkie. I indulge in a lot of candy. I do. And no, I don't have diabetes, nor am I near anything of having diabetes. But I am getting older. And when you know better, you do better. Spirit wants me to increase my daily exercise, get out, take some walks, get back to life, you know. I used to walk for miles and miles and miles, but I haven't. And this will add vitality to my immune system and my body. The more you walk, the more your lungs open and you're able to take in fresh air to help the body, to open the body, to open the mind. So I definitely know where this is going, and I know who sent it to me. And they were trying to be funny because this is a smart ass that sent me this. But I respect it because they didn't want me to use this deck at all, but I wanted to. So let's get to the reading. This reading is for the sign of Capricorn, once again, male or female. As you all know, there's no gender in tarot. The way I look at tarot is like looking at excuse me. Right now, as I'm shuffling these cards, I hear someone yelling out for help. Not help like someone is physically abusing you. But I'm hearing help me. There's someone that's somewhere in a particular home that doesn't want to be there. There's somebody that's hoping that this reading is for them. Looking for a way to get out of this home environment, away from these people so that you can have your peace of mind. I hear someone loud and clear in their mind saying, help me. I hope this message is for me. I can't be here anymore. Not in the home. That's what I mean. Because this is not someone that's talking about ending their life. They're talking about how can they get out of a place where they live. They no longer want to be there. When I look at tarot, I look at tarot like a cherub. A cherub has no sex. When you look at a cherub, they're either male or female, right? So you may say that the cherub is beautiful or the cherub is handsome, or you just don't know and you can't figure it out what they are. But you just know they're cute, they're pretty, they're gorgeous. Tarot is the same thing. Everything is based off energy. Just because you see a card with a female on it, it just means that someone is in their feminine energy. If you see a card with a male on it, that means someone is in their masculine energy. And which energy dominates, that depends on the person that you are. Let's get to the reading. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Capricorn. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. I heard thank you. Someone said thank you. Someone is really listening, because there's one particular person that's like, you're talking about me. That's me. I want to leave. I want to move. I want out. Someone said thank you. And you're welcome. But my messages are not mine. I take no credit for any of them. I'm just a vessel that's delivering. Spirit guys, what message do you have for Capricorn? And this is a female Capricorn that's saying, help me. This is a female Capricorn that wants out of her environment, but just don't know how. They don't know how. Let us begin. We have the number 6, which is the lovers, right? The number 6 is the lovers. This could be a Capricorn who is in a relationship, but you may want out of the relationship. You may be a Capricorn that's living with your person, but you may be living with your person and not an ideal situation, and you want out of that situation. But you could be a single Capricorn and you desire to have a relationship, but you don't want just any kind of relationship. You want someone that's your soulmate. You want someone that's equally yoked to you. You want someone that has the same mindset as you, because you are strong. And you want your person to be just as strong, mentally, physically, and emotionally. You want someone who checks all your boxes. But in numerology, the number 6 is associated with family. It's a perfect number. It represents the planet Venus. It is also a destiny number. It can symbolize natural leadership abilities, which we know that you do have natural leadership abilities. But the number 6 is a master number that focuses on you. You need to focus on your own needs, because you desire growth in every area of your life. And remember, you will have that. The number 6 appears when you are facing challenging times in your life at this present time. So the challenge could be family. It could be a co-worker, as I said earlier. It could be as in your relationship. But let's not forget that miracles really do happen, Capricorn. Expect sudden growth. The number 6 is about growth. So expect sudden growth and positive movement in every area of your life. These miracles will bring you much joy and happiness. So you will have the success that you desire, right? We have the Hierophant. This is the number 5. The Hierophant. So this is a spiritual Very spiritual card. Remember, Spirit says to get back into your psychic abilities. Hone into them. I'm speaking to a Capricorn who knows that they are psychic, but you haven't been working with your gifts. You have not been using them. You are allowing them to lie dormant. You're being called to explore psychic and spiritual healing to help improve one's condition. You're being called to help people again. You know, you bring healing to the mind, you bring healing to the body, and you bring healing to the soul. Spirit wants you to connect back to that. You know, you have a strong belief system. Spirit wants you to tap back into that. You have allowed your gifts to lie dormant. Use them because you are a fair person. You use them in a fair way. And according to numerology, the number 5 symbolizes freedom. You want to be free from a certain situation. You're curious about life in general, and you want change. You have a desire to have adventures and to explore new. That you will be doing very soon for yourself. And you have a willingness to embrace change and transformation in your life. Things are changing because miracles do happen. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're dealing with the number 6 and the number 5 that we have here, you're going to have rapid growth. But Spirit wants you to tap back into yourself. Meditate. If you are a person that meditates, meditate. If you are a person that prays, pray. They are equally the same thing. They just work in 2 different ways. Praying people, they get on their knees and they pray until they can't get on their knees again, right? And then they sit in a chair, whatever the case may be, and they pray. No matter where you pray, how you pray, Spirit wants you to connect back to praying. If you're a person that meditates, that means you sit on your buttocks on the floor, right? Spirit wants you to connect back to that sooner than later, because there are things that are going to be happening in your life quickly. Things are going to be moving fast. But Spirit needs to know that you can protect yourself as well on a spiritual level. Being able to see, being able to hear, being able to feel. They want you to tap back into your psychic abilities. You are a healer, natural born. We have the 4 of Cups. You feel like something in your life is a missed opportunity. No such thing as a missed opportunity, but you're holding on to this. You believe that you wasn't in the right place at the right time. You feel like there's a missed opportunity. Spirit is saying that this is the moon. Nothing is really a missed opportunity. A lot of people think that's, a bad thing. I wasn't in line first at the store, so I didn't get that discount on a certain item. So those things are all sold out. I'm going to have to go to the counter to get a rain check. So when the item comes back in stock, then I'll be able to get it. But it was a missed opportunity because you didn't have it right now. What does right now really mean? Because if it was a person that you felt like you were supposed to meet and you didn't, how do you know that this person won't show up in another part, in another place, in another time in your life? Nothing is a missed opportunity. The reason why you can get that rain check from the store is because it's going to come back into stock. So whatever this missed opportunity that you feel like it was, is coming back around. We have the Magician. This is the number one. This is the Magician. You know, the Magician is someone that is wise, right? The Magician is someone that makes things happen. They have this conscious awareness about life and things around them. The Magician manifests things and brings things into reality. The number one is all about new beginnings. It's about newness. It's about change. As we see this growth, you're going to have it. The number one encourages you to be assertive and take the initiative in your life. And for those of you who are looking for love, the number one is a fantastic sign that you will have that special connection that you desire to have. We have the Queen of Swords. You are very independent, Capricorn, male or female. But no disrespect to anyone. I do feel like I am speaking to a female. And if you are a male and you're like, this reading sounds like it's for me, then you may be someone that's tapped into your feminine energy. But what I'm getting is I am speaking to a female specifically, and this is a very independent person. Capricorns are very independent people. Listen, you're clear about the things that you desire to have in your life. You are clear about the things that you want in your life. With the Magician being here, with you diving back into meditating so that you can manifest the things that you desire, you're back in that Magician energy. And the Queen of Swords, you're independent. You're clear on what you desire to have for yourself. So when you meditate, you're going to be direct with your spiritual team, with your angels, with whomever you pray to, whoever you call upon. You're going to be direct what you want with what you want, and they're going to bring it to you. And you're helping them to do that because you're clear on the decisions that you've made for yourself. We have the Four of Pentacles, and this is possessiveness. Listen, you're possessive about yourself. You have this controlling demeanor, and there's nothing wrong with it. As I said in the beginning of the reading, Capricorns, they don't like to ask anyone for help. They try to do it on their own. And it's hard for you to accept things. If someone offers you something, it's hard for you to accept. But you're taking control. With you manifesting whatever this is that you desire, you're like, I got this. But if I'm going to ask anyone for help, it's not going to be a person in the physical. It's going to be to my spiritual team. So you're taking control. You're going to start meditating again. You're going to start tapping into your powers. Because I am speaking to a Capricorn that does have some very special gifts. You're taking control of your life. You know the direction that you want to go in. And this reading is all about growth. It's all about you having the things that you desire on a grand scale. And you don't mind putting in the work to get it. We have the number 11. Did I mention Libra earlier? Absolutely, because I said you're honing in on that Libra energy. Someone that wants balance, that needs balance, that desires balance. And we have the Libra card here. This is justice, the number 11. You want balance in your life. You understand cause and effect. You understand the balance of life. And you understand what karmic justice is. Meaning you understand that there is such thing as good karma, and you understand that there's such thing as karma that will bite you in the buttocks because it's real. And you're the type of person that you don't want any bad karma. You don't want to be bitten in the buttocks. So you're going to stay in alignment with yourself. That's why we have the Four of Pentacles, control. You're taking control over who you are, how you act, the way you think, what you do for yourself, life in general. You're taking control. And if you ask anyone for help, it's going to be to your spiritual team. We have the number 3, which is the Empress. And I love how the Queen of Swords is here. I love how the Empress is just showing up because you are the Empress. When people look at you, they see you as a person that has a lot of charisma, a lot of grace, and you're a nurturer. With the people around you, your family, your co-workers, you're a nurturer. You naturally just listen to people. You listen. You are the peacemaker. You know, you are being called to explore using your skills of diplomacy, ideals of fairness, and compassion to find fair solution. So when people see you, they see you as the Empress, someone that's in control, someone that nurtures, you're kind, and you are a person that exudes a lot of grace. That's how people see you. You know, this number 3 is all about creation. Like the magician, is all about manifestations and abundance. Angel number 3 is also known as the number of harmony. Remember, I heard the word melody, harmony. In the tarot deck, the number 3 is represented by the Empress card. The Empress signifies creativity, growth, abundance. Abundance in all the areas of your life. That's what's promised to you. You desire to have happiness, Capricorn. The Empress is also fertility, the earth goddess. This is your card. You are the earth goddess. The number 3 embodies the concept of wholeness or completion, as in the beginning, middle, and end. It also represents the family, as in mother, father, and child. Let me say this. In many cultures, the number 3 represents simply the cycle of life, as in birth, life, and death, or life, death, and rebirth. Also past, present, and future. Your past was one way. It's your past. No more overthinking. The 4 of Cups, you didn't miss an opportunity. Whatever it is that you thought you missed is going to come back around. It's going to come back around. Have you ever heard the old saying, what goes around comes back around? No such thing as a missed opportunity. It's coming back around. What is for you is not going to pass you by. We have the Ace of Swords. Listen, the Ace of Swords is someone that demands the truth, that wants the truth. So help you, God. And guess what? You will have the victory. The victory is yours because you've made a clear decision about what it is that you desire to have in your life. The Queen of Swords is same thing, a clear and direct decision. And you're sending that directly to your spiritual team. We have the King of Wands, leader. You are a leader. Natural born leader, Capricorn. You are a leader. A lot of you are entrepreneurs. Some of you either have a business or thinking about starting a business. But whatever it is that you decide to do in your life, you are honored. People respect you, as we can see with the number 3, the Empress card. You are respected. We have the 3 of Swords. This is sorrow. The 3 of Swords is sorrow. It's that 4 of Cups all over again. This missed opportunity. Same thing. The 3 of Swords is, I missed out on something. I missed out on someone. And for others of you, it feels like a betrayal. You didn't miss out on anything, because what goes around comes back around. So what you put out is going to come back to you. I'm speaking to a Capricorn who is a good person, who does good in the eyes of others, and you do good in the eyes of you and to your spiritual team. That's why these things are being given to you. Miracles really do happen, Capricorn. Expect sudden growth and positive movement in all areas in your life. These miracles will bring you much joy and happiness. You deserve it. You deserve it. Listen, your ancestors, your guardian angels, your archangels, they see you and they acknowledge you for who you are. You care about karma. You care about doing good to others and also for yourself. You will be rewarded. We have twin flame. If you're in a relationship, then there's someone here that is in a twin flame connection. You don't have to ask me any questions. How would I know? If a person is your twin flame, you will know. You will know wholeheartedly. But twin flame relationships are not abusive in any way. Let me just say that to you. At all. Yes, you get into spats. You get into arguments. That's a part of life. But it's how the spats go. If a person is abusive to you, that person is not your twin flame, because your twin is the other half of you. And imagine, would you want to hurt the other half of you? Absolutely not. If you're not in a relationship, twin flame, a person that you feel like is a missed opportunity, this person is your twin flame. And they will be coming around. There's no such thing as a missed opportunity, because if it's meant for you, it'll be for you. This is a soul connection. It will be a soul connection. Twin flame relationships are not easy. Let me be the first to tell you. They are not easy. But it's how you decide to be in that relationship, you and your person. You have a runner, you have a chaser, but most importantly, there's a time when there's no runner or chaser, and the two of you connect like a magnet. We have at the bottom of the deck, which is the Page of Wands. Good news. Good news, Capricorn. You're curious about something, but there's also someone that's curious about you. But the Page of Wands is someone that's standing in their creative strength, someone that's very artistic. Remember, I heard the word melody. So you could either be a singer, someone that plays an instrument, someone that's a poet that writes poetry, someone that's creative as far as being a painter, an artist of some sort. But you're curious. about someone as well. You're curious about life. You're curious about having more, wanting more, desiring more. But that more that you've been desiring is on its way, because the Page of Wands, excuse me, is good news. Is good news. So good news is most definitely headed your way. Good news is headed your way, Capricorn. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and also share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. And if you're new here, I have a YouTube platform that when I do these lives, I post these videos back onto my YouTube platform. So if you would like to rewatch, go on over to the YouTube channel and this video will be up there also. Don't forget to follow me over there as well. I do personal readings, but I have a personal website that you can book an appointment. Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Capricorn. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Capricorn to end this reading? Ooh. I did not let them fall on the floor. They fell inside of my desk. And I'm going to take them. And it's a few of them. So we're going to take them in the way that they came out. I'm glad they didn't fall on my floor. This is 8 cards. And with the bottom of the deck, this is 9 cards. We have the number 13. Flip it and reverse it. It is the number 31. You know, this is rebirth. This is you. Growth. You know, this is you shedding the way that you thought about something or someone, but more importantly, about your life and how life has been happening for you. This is about you taking risks, because with this reading in itself, this is all about growth. You know, it's time to leave the old behind, as the card says. This is the number 13. We have the number 15. This is magic mushroom, miracles. And as you remember, miracles really do happen. This is fairy energy. This is you opening up. Remember, getting back to yourself. There's someone here that is a psychic, that has very real gifts. Spirit wants you to tap back into them. This is someone who was born with these gifts. This is someone that is born with these gifts. So just stay open to the good and beautiful things that are around you. Don't be afraid of your gifts either. Let me tell you that as a child, I was someone that was a little nervous of my gifts, because I wasn't the person, right? That's how certain family members felt, that I wasn't the person that these gifts should have been passed down to. They thought it was going to be one of my older sisters, and that's not how it happened. However, as a child, seeing spirits, yes, it was a little nerve-wracking, but things got a little easier. And as an adult, I'm 51, I'll be 52 on my birthday. There are things that still surprise the hell out of me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie and act like everything gives roses, right, in this life, because it's not. But you always have to keep yourself protected at every cost. Keep yourself protected. and just keep your energy in high vibrations, right? But, you know, this number 15, this is your angels simply just letting you know that positive changes will be happening for you. And you know they need to be made sooner than later. Things are happening and things are on the way for you. This could be in relation to your health, but you will have prosperity and you will have a positive outcome. Don't be afraid of your gifts. Don't. Stand in your strength. You are a natural born leader, Capricorn. This is the number 32. Flip it and reverse it. The number 23. The great goddess. This is divinity. This is transcendence. Meditate. Meditate. Go to a quiet area in your home. And I know there's someone here that has a home that they don't want to be in. And you won't be there for too much longer. Trust me. Listen, things are happening for you quickly. And stand in your strength and know this. But meditate so that you can manifest what it is that you desire. And you have clear knowledge. You're not someone that has to, let me see what it is I really want. You know. You've made a clear decision on what it is that you desire to have for yourself. With that clear decision being made, send it directly to your team, your spiritual team. We have the number 21, flip it and reverse it. It is the number 12. The card says blessings and curses. Blessings and curses, right? This is self-love and beauty. Ooh. Is this someone that's taking care of themselves? Is this someone that's getting back to life and loving all over who they are? Someone that's showing up, getting dressed, showing up and doing their hair, just enjoying life and the beauty of who they are? And there's nothing wrong with that. And being beautiful could be a blessing and it can be a curse. Because sometimes when people are insecure about who they are, they treat you a different way when they know how beautiful you are. You know, beauty comes from the inside and also from the outside. And I'm speaking to a Capricorn who is both. But you are mastering the art of self-love. You are loving on yourself. And I love that about you. Do not be ashamed, not of your thorns or of your flowers. Do not be ashamed. When you look in the mirror, don't be ashamed of anything that you see. See the beauty in you. See nothing but the beauty in you. And those thorns, save it for those bitches that hate on you, that are jealous of you. Because, you know, males could be bitches too. So I'm just not saying it about females. Some males could be bitter bitches too. Let me just tell you. That's when they're in that feminine energy. We have the number 12. Flip it and reverse it. It is the number 21. Listen, spirit of the tree. Spirit of the tree. This is, you are the priestess. This is you mastering your inner peace, loving yourself, getting back into nature. The card says, if you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. And I speak about this all the time. Look at the tree. Look at the person just sitting in front of the tree, right? There's wisdom in trees. When I was a kid, my grandfather, when we would be outside in the yard with him, oh my goodness, he would walk us through the woods and he'd be like, Tara Jane? My name is Tara. It's not Jane, but they called me Tara Jane. Tyra Jane, if you could have anything in this world, what would you want? And I would look at him. And as kids, you know, you don't question adults, but you're like, oh, I don't want to answer this. And he'd be like, if you could have anything you want, what would you want? And he'd be like, don't tell me, tell the tree. And he will always tell us, you know, the grandkids, hug the tree, speak to the tree, because the tree is life and the roots. Anything you say to the tree is a messenger, and it's going to carry it on for you, and it's going to go to that right person. Capricorn, speak to the trees. Get back out into nature. Hug the tree. I have a tree in my front yard, just one tree. And every once in a while, I'll go outside and I'll hug the tree. And I know my neighbors are looking. And I'll say to my husband, those bitches are looking. He'd be like, fuck them. Let them look. And I'm like, you sure? And he's like, fuck them. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm putting my arms around the tree. And then every morning when I go outside, if I go outside, I touch all my plants and I'm saying good morning to them. And I'm speaking life into them. It's important to connect to nature. Trees are messengers. Oh, and they deliver messages. I promise you that. I've seen it. I've dealt with it myself. We have the number 5. Potential and possibility. Potential and possibility. The number 5. This is future. This is your higher self. This is your higher self. Future. Once again, miracles really do happen, Capricorn. Expect sudden growth and positive movement in all areas in your life. These miracles will bring you much joy and happiness. Potential and possibility. Miracles do happen, Capricorn. You know, reach out to the potential that is calling for you. You are clear on what it is that you desire, and what you want desires for you to have it. We have the number 26, Capricorn, the mirror. This is the mirror. When you look at the mirror, what do you see? Your self-reflection. You could be someone that's a writer. Whether you write novels, short stories, music, poetry. You see what I'm getting at. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at your self-reflection. You are clear on what it is that you desire to have for yourself. And what you're clear about, you will bring about. With that being said, you are the author of your own story. Whatever it is that you desire, write it down, because it's coming to you. We have the number 25. Flip it and reverse it. It's the number 52. The number 52 is a very important number because I'll be 52 on my birthday. But this is the eternal center. You know, you are protected and you will have your peace. And you are starting to feel a little lighter. You are honing in to the core of you, and some parts of you are feeling a little lighter. But this is you tapping into that eternal center. And that eternal center is the whole of you. It's your soul. You know, there is a place within you, still calm, steady, and eternal. And that's the soul of you. So connect back to your soul. There's someone here that is psychic. There's someone that needs to tap back in and use your gifts. You are someone that's a great healer of the mind, the body, and also the soul. You help people to connect back to who they are. Tap back in and get back to life. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I thank you so much for the gifts. I thank you for the new follows. I especially thank you for your time because I know that my readings are long. So I do thank you for your time. At the bottom of the deck, we have the number 38. Flip it and reverse it is 83. This is emotions. You know, emotions are you honoring the flow of all your emotions. When you're happy, when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're worried, when you are scared. This is you honoring everything about you, being able to process these emotions. I said at the beginning of the reading that Capricorns, no matter what you're going through, you are able to keep that poker face. But Spirit says, honor all of your emotions. Because there are times when you don't need to have that poker face. You are strong no matter what emotion you're dealing with. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you are scared, whether you're angry, you are a natural born leader, and that's something that no one can take from you. It's okay to be and feel a little sensitive. It's okay to honor every part of your emotions. Plain and simple as alchemy. I am Empress Real 1584. This is a Capricorn reading. Capricorns, I'll see you on the other side. And what I mean by that, tap in to your gifts. Tap in. And if you need to contact me, if you want to speak to me about getting back to life and tapping back into your gifts, hit me in my inbox because it's necessary. This is someone I'm speaking to that was absolutely born with these gifts. There's no reason to be afraid. You were meant to be a healer, but more importantly, of the mind, of the body, and of the soul. You are a leader. You have a lot of great wisdom. When you do a reading, you're going to be someone that's fair, non-judgmental, and you're going to respect the person, whomever you're sending a message to. And I, for that reason, respect you. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I'll send to you nothing but love and light. Good night.